Hello, Gooners. Welcome to the Loose Cannon, number 16. That's the Rambo edition, right? That's the shirt number he's wearing or was wearing last season. Okay, this time, amongst other things, I'm going to talk about transfer news. That goes without saying. It is the summer after all. What else have we got to talk about? I'll tell you what else we've got to talk about. I'm going to tell you why Ju Young Park has not been a success at Arsenal. Well, don't take this too seriously, but anyway. The reason is, I worked it out today. I worked out the reason why, and it's purely a language problem. The thing is, we all think that Ju Young Park is Korean, but if you really check his name out, what does Ju Young Park actually sound like? To me, it sounds a little bit like this guy, a Wookiee, Chewbacca. And I've been teaching myself how to speak Wookiee thanks to this book. Well, first of all, looking on one of the early pages, it's got this word, this phrase, which means "Is this seat taken?" And that, of course, is very useful if you're sitting on the bench a lot, as our Chu Young Parker had to do. And then if in a team meeting, you might want to say this: "I'm on board with your strategy, Mr. Arsene Wenger." That sounds like a very excited Chu Young Parker. Then we've got this one. This is in the canteen when he's saying, "Oh, I love this. I love this food you're giving me. It's very nutritional and it's going to make me play better." I'm not too sure about that one. And then, well, when he goes to the club shop, he may well say this. That's my favourite. I think he'll say that when he gets transferred, because it sounds like, "Oh no." And then, what else have we got? I think you're getting tired of this, so I'll just leave. I'll leave that alone. I don't know how I can tell these things through a webcam, and particularly bad webcam at that. Anyway, so moving on swiftly to the transfer news. What have I got to say on it? Well, quite a lot. A lot of people are picking up that speculation about Solomon Kalou moving from Chelsea to our club. Obviously, I've flagged it up already that we did make inquiries about Solomon Kalou. We tried to get him in. Chelsea didn't want to let him go, but now they're powerless to stop him leaving. Obviously, they've found that out to their cost with Didier Drogba moving away to a mystery club. And talking of mystery clubs, could we be that mystery club after Eden Hazard? Hazard. Should we pronounce a D at the end? Who knows? Anyway, Eden will be on his way to a new garden. Check out the Bible if you want to understand completely what I mean by that. Anyway, Eden Hazard will be looking for a new Garden of Eden, just to put it more clearly. And whether that's going to be the Emirates Stadium or not, we shall have to wait and see. Personally, I think he's more likely to end up at Manchester United. Manchester City and Chelsea also interested. He's going to cost a few bob though, so perhaps they will sell us Fernando Torres. You never know. There's a lot of speculation still about that. A lot of fans are saying to the club, please spend £1 million and bring in Yossi Benayoun. I'm not altogether sure that's the best £1 million spent, because of course we've got to pick up his wages. And yes, he was impressive near the end of the season, but I know he tries hard, but to me he's a squad player, and I don't especially want to see him back at the club, even though I really appreciate the work he put in while he was with us. And then Daniel Sturridge, I just can't see that one happening. I simply can't. He may want to leave. It looks like Torres will more than likely stay at Chelsea now that Drogba's gone. Other interesting news, Sagna, Bakary Sagna has been in L'Equipe, the sports newspaper in France, saying that he reckons his broken leg was done on purpose. I didn't translate this myself, but that's the translation I read on one of the websites. And, well, who knows? It looked innocuous enough when he trapped the ball, but he claimed that the injury was sustained a bit earlier, and obviously he's got a plate in his leg, so he has to tread pretty carefully nowadays. And he reckoned that Johnson had come in with a heavy tackle and already caused him a lot of pain, and then the leg snapped when he innocently tried to trap the ball. So obviously we've suffered this kind of injury before, not quite the same as that, but Eduardo and Rambo both suffering perhaps some of the worst tackling I've ever seen in the Premier League, and something should be done about it. I don't think it ever will be, but the FA are likely to trot out the old excuse. This is English football. We like passion. We like heavy tackling. But me personally, I don't want to see the St John's ambulance men coming on the pitch for any Arsenal player, and I don't want to see him coming on for the opposition players either. And we know for a fact there's a lot of off-the-ball challenges go on unpunished, which is why we need more technology in the game, watching exactly what is going on. So yeah, I'll stop tub thumping now and just move on finally to the other transfer news surrounding goalkeepers. Obviously, Craig Gordon is up for grabs. He's a free agent. Paul Robinson looks like he's up for grabs. Obviously, being an ex-Tottenham player is an interesting facet to that story. And Paul Robinson is hardly Pat Jennings, but I think he'd certainly be a good standby keeper for Szczesny. I've already made my feelings clear about Brad Guzan, another free agent. Brad Guzan is available on a free transfer after leaving Aston Villa. And today there's a lot of talk about Michael Vorm joining us from Swansea. Can't see that happening. In the games I've seen him play, I don't think he's amazingly good, but he's a Holland international. Perhaps it'd be nice for Robin van Persie if we managed to keep him this summer. Perhaps it'd be nice for him to have someone to chat to in his own language. But finally, a word from my sponsor today, Star Wars How to Speak Wookiee. Obviously, if we get this book in the dressing room, then Chew Young Park, Chewbacca, as I'd like to call him nowadays. That should be the final word from me today. See you again soon. Bye.